Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news update for February 1st, 2016. We are Monday, and we start a new month. Incredible, all time flies. So, what's in the news today? We have Blackberry mentioning that the days of the Blackberry operating system are pretty much over. In a statement released today, Blackberry said, look, our future is to make devices with Android. Android is the um, operating system of choice for mobile, and so that's what they will be doing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and if they can actually forge a little market share that is interesting for devices. BlackBerry giant that really is having a lot of trouble placing itself. But it's not as easy as we think. If we look at Microsoft's Windows phones that everybody's saying, oh, it's dead, and it's still dead, and it's going to be dead. And, everybody's saying, oh, well, market share is small. And yeah, but you know what? What also is interesting is I don't want to see only two players. What's interesting, on BlackBerry's side, well, it's devices because there's Android, and Android is on a lot of devices. But on the Windows side, I would be sad to see the Windows Phone go away because it means that there would be only Android and iOS in the world, which is not cool. It's fun to have more choices. Well, Microsoft thinks that the future of data centers or its own data centers are at the bottom of the ocean for two main reasons. First, very easy to cool because you're in the water and you have, if you put them in cold water, they're going to apparently be much better cooled. But also mentioning that not only will they be better cooled, but because they build them underwater, they can actually build them closer to major metropolitan areas, meaning that the response time for these servers would be much faster than having a data center located far away from cities. And of course, the farther away, the more latency there is. So that's an interesting idea. They do have a project where they are actually building one data center that will be at the bottom of the ocean right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if this idea will continue on. Windows 95 is back. Yes, it is. Well, sort of. If you are a fan of Windows 95, there's a 19-year-old Scottish guy that has made a version of Windows 95 that can run in a web browser. So if you are curious about that, just search for Windows 95 in a browser and you'll see it. I've tried it. One word of caution, takes dreadfully long time to load. So don't think that you just click there and you're on Windows 95. It takes a very long time. And there are a few features that don't work very well. So be warned. But, if you want to have a little look at Windows 95, and actually, I'll try to run it in the browser later today and post a separate video just showing you Windows 95 through the browser, giving you my observations and how long it takes to load and everything. So Windows 95 isn't dead yet. Windows 10 market share, we have new numbers. According to research, the Windows 10 market share rose to 11.85% in January. And that's up almost 1% from the 9.96% of December. So that's interesting to see that there is growth of the Windows 10 platform. And of course, in the Christmas holiday season, probably some of you out there had some computers, new PCs that run Windows 10. So that also probably helped increase the market share here. So it's interesting to see still a rise in PC sales, or more of Windows 10 market share, not a rise physically, as when PC sales are actually down year over year. But it's fun to see that Windows 10's market share is rising. At least it's kind of comfortable to know that we're not alone using this operating system. And finally, Xbox One sales, and that's interesting. Electronic Arts released at the end of the year numbers of the games sold, and to which platform. And through these numbers, analysts were able to know pretty much how many PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were sold. So, first, PlayStation 4 has the big numbers, 35.9 million PS4 sold through 2015. And that is interesting because they do say it's an increase in sales. A lot of people were saying about a year and a half ago, consoles are dead. Well, it does seem that console sales are much more important than they were the year before, which is quite interesting. And where does Xbox? Well, Xbox sold 19 million consoles for the year of 2015. So they aren't half, but they're close to half of what PS4 sold. But I think, you know what, it's going to be interesting to see for 2016 with the new Xbox 360 uh, basically emulation that makes all of these Xbox 360 games work. It's going to be interesting because some people that weren't maybe upgrading their Xbox will now say, okay, my favorite games work on Xbox One now. Why not upgrade to Xbox One, and I'll be able to run my Xbox 360 games on it. So it's going to be interesting to see if they are able to increase the number of Xbox. And I have to say that 19 million Xbox sold isn't a small number. It's pretty cool when you think about it. So we'll see as the future holds for consoles, and especially 2016. So this was the tech news update for February. Hard to say this morning. So this was the tech news update for Monday, February 1st, 2016. If you enjoy my videos, want to subscribe to my channel, you'll be informed when new videos are online, and help us stay up and continue providing this content to you. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos, and if you have a comment, question, suggestions, or maybe a feature of Windows that you'd like me to make a video about, let me know and we'll try to post a video online. Thank you so much for following us. It's always a pleasure to have your feedback and to post these videos.